Hey guys, how are we doing today? My name's George and welcome back to a brand new video. And for today, it's going to be a FIFA 18 squad builder. This is the first one I've done on my channel this year, I believe. And if you want to see more, make sure to leave a like and leave a comment on what player you would like me to build a squad around next. Whether that's just, like I said, a player, or even just anyone, like a team that's worth, like, I don't know, 50k, 100k, 150k, or anything like that. So let me know in the comments if you want to see this more often, because I will do this, because I do this quite a lot. I always have done, I just never actually uploaded it regularly like I used to. I used to do squad builders all the time back in like FIFA 13, 14, maybe even FIFA 15 as well. And my most viewed video was a squad builder. I think it got like 30,000 views, and that was just insane for me, like, considering, you know, it's just me in it, like. But yeah, so we're going to start off in goal, and it's a Premier League goalkeeper. It's going to be Ederson. Now, obviously, you can use, like, you know, the regular version of Ederson. Like, there's nothing different. I just packed him. So I'm using him in the team. 81 diving, 87 reflexes, 82 kicking. He's actually pretty good, to be honest. Like, I know the stats seem pretty poor. Like, it doesn't seem as good as, like, you know, a Fabianski in form or something. But honestly, this guy's really, really good. His reflexes are insane. Obviously, yeah, 87 reflexes is pretty good. But, our two centre-backs is one's going to be from Chelsea, which is going to be Rudiger, and then the next one is going to be from Man United. You can probably guess who it is, really, and that's going to be Eric Bailly. So these two here, obviously solid for me. I got Rudiger as untradeable, 56 games, 2 yellow cards, but Eric Bailly I bought for 44,000 coins. Not too sure how much he goes for now, because I bought him, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, but 11 games, 2 goals, which is pretty cool. And then the right back is, it's not going to be from Man United, it's going to be from Spurs, and it's going to be Serge Aurier, and he's been in my team ever since I pretty much started playing this game this year. Well, basically whenever I packed him anyway. So Serge Aurier, 84 pace, it's a 78 defending, 84 physical. Obviously the stamina and strength and the aggression is very, very good for the, you know, for a right back, and obviously the pace as well. So he's an overall decent right back. I haven't used Kyle Walker this year yet because of the price. But Eric Bailly, like I said, once again, 78 pace, 84 defending, 84 physical. Again, very, very good. 78 stamina as well, 87 aggression, 85 strength, also 75 acceleration, and 80 sprint speed. And Rudiger as well, again, very, very good. His stamina's not brilliant, but I haven't really noticed it too much. But his strength and aggression is very good, and his acceleration and sprint speed are good as well. So our left back is going to go into Bundesliga, and it is going to be Brzezinski. A very, very good card, actually. I know, like, he's got pace, so that's ideal. If you want to use a, what is it? Is it Guardian? I don't know, what is it? I can't remember what it is, but you know, like the defending and physical. If you wanted to do that, then you could. He's got 85 stamina, though. You don't really need the pace upgrade that much, but if you wanted to boost his defending and physical more, you could do. But I went for Senator for this card, just because why not? Because more pace the better, I guess. So we are gonna move back into the Prem. I know it's pretty much a hybrid for me, really, but this spot here, you do not have to use the same player like I have here, right? So I use Paul Pogba, right? I bought him for 499,000 coins, and he's pretty good, you know. He's got some, you know, of course, fucking Paul Pogba in it. Like, what do you expect? But yeah, he's gone up for a little bit. He's gone up in price a little bit. Last time I checked, but you can use any French Premier League midfielder. So I would probably recommend to use either Bakayoko, which is literally here, there, or Kante if you wanted to. You don't have to. Or you can use like the likes of Schneiderlin or Kabay if you really have no coins. You can use any French Premier League midfielder here, but I use Pogba. And to be honest, I probably would recommend to have a defensive-minded midfielder in your in this team specifically. I did use Tolisso at cam because I wanted to use Tolisso, and I wanted to use obviously the guy next to him. But Toliso's pretty good. He's got all-round pretty good card. 3 goals, 3 assists in 8 games. Pretty good. His overall stats are, you know, well balanced, and he's actually a pretty good card. And obviously the main guy that I built the team around is going to be Inform Goretzka. Now, he did cost me 154,000 coins. He got me 5 goals, 4 assists in 6 games. I played with this team for 6 games, and he was very, very good, right? Just look at those attributes. Details is absolutely insane. You know, he's got 90 stamina, 88 aggression, 82 stand tackle, slide tackle, 86 interceptions, you know. Dribbling's good, reactions are good, short passing's good, long shots are good, everything's good, and even his pace is good. And he's 6'2" and he's got high work rates. So I would recommend to get this card. If obviously you can just use his regular card, which is probably as good, or probably does, you know, virtually the exact same. But I would recommend to get this card. This is the reason why I built this squad around, was because of this guy, and he's very, very good. So I would recommend, like I said, to get this card. But what I did in game is that I swapped these two around. See, I swapped these two around, so I put Goretzka at cam, just to try him out at cam, and he was actually pretty good. But like I said, guys, I would recommend to get either Bakayoko, Kante if you can't afford, you know, Pogba. Obviously, if you know, Bakayoko would work, Schneiderlin would work. So any of those players would work in this team. But the right wing is going to be Ousmane Dembele from Barcelona, and to be honest, he's okay. Like, I don't really use skills that much, but I use a Deadeye Chemist on him to boost his shooting and passing. But he's like, obviously people would enjoy him more than me, but he's pretty good regardless. We did use Benzema as our lone striker, 14 goals, 11 games and 6 assists, which is pretty good. And our final player of the team is going to be Konoplyanka. He was actually pretty good, to be honest. 6 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. Very, very good. 86 pace, 81 dribbling. Again, I use a Deadeye on this guy. I think Deadeye's like the way to go, to be honest, on wingers. Especially if they got high pace and dribbling. You don't really need to boost that too much. And if they have pretty poor shooting and passing, I would recommend Deadeye on any winger at all. Or even a striker if you really wanted to. But yeah, this is the team, guys. It was a very, very good team to use. Very, very fun team to use as well. And I'll be back in just a second to basically show you some highlights and tell you how the team played and all that good stuff like that. So I'll be right back. So then, guys, we are back with the highlights, guys. And basically what I'm going to be basically doing is showing you the goals I scored and stuff like that. But before we get into that, if you guys can please go into the description and go and subscribe to Nezzy Designs and basically follow his Twitter. Basically his YouTube and his Twitter will be down in the description. If you want any like cheap graphics, thumbnails, banners, anything, he's the guy to go to, because he's the one who supplied the thumbnail for me today, and I really do appreciate it to him. Me and him have been good mates for quite a while. I've known him for so long, and he's always been good to me as well. And he said basically, look, if you want a thumbnail, let me know. And I said, cheers, mate. But yeah, like I said, go over there and give him a follow on Twitter and subscribe to him. And if you wanted, like I said, any graphics, then let him know, and he is pretty good at that. So I didn't lose a game with this squad, right? I nearly lost the first game. I won 2-1. I think Benzema and Goretzka got the goals, I'm pretty certain. But you'll see the goals in the highlights, like I said. If you want to just, you know, I'm basically going to just go basically through the team. So obviously Ederson in goal was good for me. I didn't have no problems with him at all. You know, that's just goalkeeper, isn't it? Like, you can't really do anything really. But the two wing backs, Aurier and Brzezinski, was very, very good. Aurier is obviously the standout. Brzezinski was pretty good for a 76 rated card, and I know I said put a senator on him. I do realise that I did actually put a senator on him. I do apologise. I thought I had anchor on him, but all of a sudden I looked again and I said, oh, I got a senator on him. So yeah, would recommend to put a senator on Brzezinski. Doesn't need the pace boost, but defending and physical he does need. Two centre backs just overpowered. Bailly is absolutely incredible. Rudiger's a good option as well, and all that good stuff like that. Midfield, like I said, guys, I really would recommend to get a out-and-out CDM in the team. So I would recommend to take Pogba out if you don't have the coins. Of course, if you got the coins, then feel free. Just go nuts. Go and buy Pogba in the team. But if you haven't got the coins, I would go and recommend to get Schneiderlin. If you got a bit more coins than that, maybe Kante. But yeah, apart from that, the midfield was very solid. Goretzka again was absolutely incredible. I would recommend to pick him up. Whether that's his inform card or whether that's something else, it's up to you. If you want to get his regular card, that's fine. I'm sure it'll do as good, but I probably will sell my inform Goretzka today as well. So I did enjoy him, but for 154k, he is worth it. It's just that I won't be using him consistently throughout, and I wanted to try this guy out, and I have. I thoroughly enjoyed him, and I probably will be selling him in the, well, maybe not today, maybe in the near future, because I might want to play a few more games with him. Tolisso, he's okay. Like he done the job for me. You know, he was pretty good. And the front three, Conor Plianka was the I would say the star man, but then saying that Benzema was getting me the goals. But Conor Plianka, for probably a discard 79 rated left winger in the Bundesliga, that gets obviously a link to, you know, a strong link to Goretzka, a very, very good card. I would recommend to go and get him. Dembele, like I said in the when I made the squad, I don't really use skills that much, and I feel like I'm probably not using him to the best of my ability, but he's good. I don't know how much he is. I think he's probably, last time I saw him on about 50k, but he's probably gone down to at least 40 or 30 by now. But like I said as well, Benzema was, I don't know, it was either Benzema or Conor Plianka was good for me up front. So if I had to pick a defender, midfielder and attacker, obviously Eric Bailly, a very, very solid defender, would recommend to go and pick him up if you haven't already. Obviously informed Goretzka, very, very good, would recommend to go and obviously get him. Obviously this is the whole point of the video, was to basically build a squad around him and see how I liked him, and he was very, very good for me. And up front is a difficult one. It's either probably Benzema or Conor Plianka. I'm not too sure, but I do apologise if you heard the dog in the background. She annoys me, but yeah, she doesn't really, but it's just one of those things. But yeah, like I said, this squad was pretty good. I think it cost you around about 800,000 coins, right? But 500,000 of that is with Pogba. So this squad, you could easily get it down to what? So probably just under 300,000 coins if you didn't use Pogba. I would recommend probably Schneiderlin. I haven't used him this year, but he looks very, very good, and he'd probably suit really, really well in this team, because like I said, you need an out-and-out CDM, I believe, because I felt like the midfield was a bit, you know, lacking in the defensive department. Obviously, you know, obviously you got Tolisso with high, medium, as well as Pogba, and Goretzka had high. So obviously Goretzka did everything really in midfield, realistically for me, and he did a very, very good job. But like I said, if I would recommend it, you don't have to. It's just my recommendation. When I built this team, I just kind of realised to myself I kind of probably needed an out-and-out CDM, even though I didn't lose a game though. I'm just saying. But I was playing what? I think I was in like Division 8 or something. So I don't really play that much divisions, to be honest. So you could say an easier opponents, I suppose. But the final game of the episode, really, we played against a pretty decent guy. Actually, he was pretty good. But I did make him range quit 2-0, guys. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new on it. And I'll speak to you guys very, very soon, guys. So guys, have a good day. This is Goretzka's penalty, a very, very good penalty nonetheless. And yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll speak to you guys very soon. So guys, have a good day and goodbye.